welcome back to my channel. Today I am making a turkey melt, and the ingredients that I will need is turkey drumsticks, queso, some rotel, diced tomatoes, red crushed peppers, some Hunt's diced tomatoes. You can use any tomatoes, that was what I preferred. Some fine herbs, white pepper, I have the organic kind, onion powder, accent. I also have some Himalayan pink salt from Stonewall, some olive oil. I also have some Creole seasoning, basil leaves, parsley flakes. You can use fresh parsley if you want, basil, all that, but I didn't have it right now, so you can use just a garlic powder, paprika. That's just for the topping, you know, to give it color. Also the parsley. I have some penne noodles, penne, how do you say it, penne, some mozzarella cheese, some sharp cheddar cheese, and I have some heavy whipping cream. These are the ingredients that I will be needing for this recipe. Of course, guys, I can't forget the cooking stock, chicken cooking stock, and the onion. Alright, y'all ready? I have the drumsticks, turkey drumsticks in here already, ready to cook. I am going to now add my onions. I have about half an onion here. Add all of the onions in here. Make sure y'all in there. You know, onion gives everything flavor. Even though I don't care for onions like that, it gives it flavor. The cooking stock, chicken cooking stock. Add that. And I usually add around just enough to like cover it a little bit. We're halfway through. Okay, that's good. Also want to add a little cup of water with that. Just a cup of water. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to start adding my seasonings. I know you're going to say, why is she adding all these seasonings? I'm adding the seasonings. It's going to be so flavorful. And I don't put a whole bunch in there of seasonings in there. That was actually garlic right there. You could do it at your own discretion. I'm going to add some onion powder next. Now, mind you, I never really do measurements when I'm cooking. Organic, the ground white pepper. The Himalayan salt. The red crushed peppers. Basil leaves. Creole seasoning. Accent. That enhances the flavor. And I'm going to add some parsley. See how it looks now? I'm gonna actually mix all this a little bit as much as I can, because these are some really big drumsticks. Get all that seasoning inside of there. And I'm gonna let this cook for approximately 5 hours. 4 to 5 hours. Make sure it's cooked the way so it can be so tender that it just falls apart. And then after that, I'll be back to show you guys the next step. Cover it up and let that baby go. So I'm taking the pot off. Look at that. Actually done. It's been 4.5 hours. And look how it's falling right off. Look, right off the bone. That's what I wanted to do. Exactly what I want to do. So I'm going to take all this and shred it from the bones. And then I'll get right back to you. Okay, all the drumsticks, turkey drumsticks, are chopped into pieces. Sort of like how you would have your ground beef if you were making some kind of ziti. And then I have some boiling water. I added some oil to it, extra virgin olive oil, and some salt. And once it turns to a boil, I'm going to add the penne. I'm going to add this once it's done. And I'm going to actually let that cook for about 10 to 12 minutes until my desired tenderness. Okay, and you can do the same thing with yours. So we have a rapid boil going on here. I'm going to add the penne here. And I am going to stir them. And stir them throughout my 10 to 12 minutes that I'm going to let them boil. And then we'll get to the next step. Also, the noodles are done. I add a little bit of butter to them. And stir that around. Okay, I add a little bit of the white pepper and some Himalayan salt. I'm going to stir it right along with the butter. Stir it all in there. Turkey, drumsticks, the meat from that. See how it's all nicely chopped? This is for the people who don't like the ground beef and all the extra stuff, and you rather have turkey, chicken, something like that. Switch the game up. And I am going to use all of it. Just mix it all in. Perfect amount of meat for the noodles. As you can see, the meat was already seasoned up, well seasoned up in the crock pot. So my next step will be to start adding my cheeses. Matter of fact, I'm going to hold off on that first. I'm going to add the tomatoes. Now, some of you may not like a bunch of tomatoes in it. Some of you may like it. So I'm starting off with a little bit, because you can always add more, but you can't take away. Okay. Now I'm gonna open the Rotel. Drain the juice out a little bit. It's only a little bit in there anyway. Add some of those spices in there. Drop some, yep. Now I'm gonna start adding my cheeses and a heavy whipping cream. And some mozzarella cheese. Mix that all in. I'm gonna actually get some more. Not together. You don't have to put all this cheese, like I love cheese. So if you don't like as much cheese, you can make less. I'm gonna try the cheddar cheese. Mind you, we still have the queso this time. And I actually have the Taco Bell kind. That's the name brand, Taco Bell. But you can use any kind. Hear that cheesy? Like I said, you don't have to use all this cheese. But I am doing heavy whipping cream. Make sure you get everything mixed all around in there. And this is something I usually do as I go along. I start adding stuff. I'm going to add some fresh spinach because I'm like, where's the green at? So I'm going to add some. Mix it in. I washed it. It's clean. And drained it. Add some green to that. Some greenery. And I'm actually going to try to put a lot of green in there. On in there. Preferably the yellow cheese to make it all pretty. More. This is where the paprika come in at. Some on the top. Just for the coloring. And some parsley. Oven set it to 350. Put a little garlic on top of it. Ooh. Actually going to spray the top with the canola cooking spray so I can get that little crisp. Look at the top. You'll see once it gets done. Alright, this is how it looks before I throw it in the oven. Then I'll give you a shot of it once it comes out. Hey guys, this is my end results. By the way, I did add some Parmesan cheese to it. I told you as I go along, I usually add more ingredients. So, if you like Parmesan cheese, you can add it to it to give it that extra added flavor. Alright guys, till next time.